as we have been seeing through these texts, where Arjuna, the person, like any other man in this world, is tired of winning battles, struggling through life. The question we must ask ourselves, are we just tired of our dreams, or we are also tired of the dreamer? Are we tired of our achievements, or are we tired of the achiever also? You are tired of your wealth, your pleasure, your pain. Are you tired of the seeker of the wealth, the seeker of the pleasure, or the one who is trying to avoid the pain? There is no search without the seeker being present. There are no destinations without the traveler being present. There is no act of meditation without the meditator being present. We are tired of achievements, actions, sensations, destinations. Ask yourself the question, are you tired of the achiever, the traveler who seeks, fixes destinations, who is struggling to gain certain pleasure or to avoid the pain? The I. Even after you give up your so-called pain and pleasure, the I shall suffer the emptiness. By giving up something, you don't find the fulfillment. You only find an emptiness. Previously, you were holding on to something. Now, tired of it, you have given it up. But nothing else fills it up. For some time, you may feel relaxed, relieved that there is nothing to hold on. But soon, the monotony takes over. You look for another object, another engagement, another person, thought, or occupation. Who is this one? Who is looking for satisfaction, without knowing what the happiness, satisfaction is all about. That is why you find the address of ultimate human destiny, happiness, fulfillment, all in yourself. Until you find that in yourself, the struggle shall continue. In fact, if there is a sense of struggle, strife, emptiness, you are yet to be aware of yourself. So as you sit down, ask yourself the question, are you at rest with yourself, or memories, perceptions still invoke emptiness? Just see that for yourself. Suddhananda divyaistavaihi vedaisangapadakramopanisadaihi gayanti yamsamagaha dhyanavastitadgatena manasa pasyanti yam yoginaha yasyantam vidusura suragana devaya tasmai namaha devaya tasmai. Thank you. Now please see that as you are pressing through the text, not only see through the problem, but also see through the solution. Please read that verse, please. We shall see. Verse number 7. Karpanya doshopahata svabhavah pruchhami tvam dharma sammudacetaha yasreyasya nishchitam bruhi tanme Shishyasteham sadhi mam tva prapannam nahi prapashyami mamapanudyat yachokamuchoshanamindriyanam avapya bhuma vasapatram ruddham Rajyam suranam api chadhipatyam karpanya doshopahata svabhavah. See the beauty of these verses, so human, so realistic. As we had covered through our Vivek Chudamani, remember that the student comes and asks same question, different language. Around the world, every human being asks the same question in different languages. Which incident in whose life triggers this search goes on varying. For somebody, it may be the death of a near and dear one. For somebody, it can be death of a relationship. For somebody, it can be failure in business. For somebody, it can be deception, treachery by somebody whom you rely on. And all the time, we don't have to even talk about negative, dark situations of life. Sometimes you can have everything and still be tired because nothing fulfills it. You have the kingdom, as in case of Arjuna. You have enough money at your disposal, enough security at your disposal. You have a job, a family, a car, a bank balance. But still something somewhere missing in the conundrum. Something somewhere missing. So situations goes on varying in life that triggers you to initiate the search for the absolute. But every person, one time or other, encounters, faces this type of situation. In fact, most of the people compromise. Even though the situations do get unfolded in life, which triggers you to look at yourself, as they say, the hope springs eternal in human heart. So always you think, maybe it will go soon, next it will be all right. It is just like you have got your sickness. When you are a little sick in life, nobody goes to doctor immediately. Or maybe this temperature will go away. Maybe this pain in the stomach will go away. Maybe this pain will disappear. Why go to the doctor? Then when it becomes a little more complicated, that is the time you go. Same thing also happens in life. Always there are early signals, hints of conflict from the moment you grow up. But somehow the person thinks, if I get educated, all problems will be solved. And everybody gives us that hope also. Get educated, get your money, get your job, get married, get children, everything will be fine. This is the line that people repeat from generations to generation. today, especially in our generation now, where the prosperity is more pervasive, people are not dying as they were dying, that many out of starvation. We have a different problem now. People are dying out of malnutrition, overeating. Poverty is no more a problem, at least for maybe 2-3 billions of people. You can see the sign of prosperity everywhere. So they have run out of the excuse. But still the person is miserable, there is emptiness. But somehow the person goes on postponing. And one day I shall be happy in life. Until you come across a situation, it's like a last straw, where you totally collapse, you break down. No more. I can't take it anymore. This is what Arjuna has reached. Very human story. Please think of it. Nobody can escape the emptiness, because you cannot escape the ignorance. Ignorance of yourself. As we saw, when you start analyzing in life, I am, the individual, is the greatest mystery, because in my presence, everything has a place. That there is a creation is, the creator is, existence is, makes no difference unless I am. That the sun rises, the sun is setting, the earth is spinning, seasons are changing, there are billions of people. All these make no difference unless I am here in this universe. The day this body goes, it makes no difference to me what happens to the whole universe. So in my presence, everything is a mystery. In my absence, nothing matters. So I must know myself. And when I say I must know myself, body has no intention of knowing himself, body has no intention. Body has no desire. Body by itself is not conscious. Deho na janati. Body has no sense of mystery. Body is a mystery for me. Are you getting that point, please? You must see. Body has no sense of mystery. Body is a mystery for me. Through the body, the physical universe is a mystery for me. So I must know about myself. But that something becomes a difficult proposition for most people, because we are not used to questioning ourselves, challenging ourselves. Therefore, ask yourself the question. Change the topic. What do you want? And everybody, without an exception, wants to be happy in life. Don't make it a cliche. Some type of, oh, I have heard it enough, happiness. No. That freshness. Every moment you must see that. If you have heard it and seen it once for all, why do you get into a problem again? Why there is a conflict? Oh, I have heard this all, that I am looking for happiness, happiness is myself. Is there anything more? You are a waste. You have wasted your time. The teacher has wasted his time. It's like person after having all the riches, he still think he is poor. With the material riches, you feel you are poor. With intellectual riches, with all information, the individuality is feeling empty. Because the I has fattened itself with information, suffering from obesity of intellectual kind. Is not aware of himself. That is why approach the subject with that freshness. What do I want in life? Absolute happiness. We should never be subject to loss. So where is the address of happiness? Nowhere in the objective world. There is no object, no time, no place. Ultimately, I am the source. So, I am what I am looking for, that I am. What I am is that I am looking for. What I am looking for is indeed myself. So in any moment of happiness, I am with myself. That is your ultimate destiny. Everybody. Until you reach it, the pendulum shall swing. The search shall continue. Once you find yourself, your action shall continue, the struggle for living shall continue, but no more struggle for happiness shall be there. Understand the difference? You shall continue to struggle to keep yourself alive. Yesterday, heavily emails are coming in now that swine flu, everywhere swine flu. Oh, in America people have started dying, in Australia, not Australia yet. In Canada, in Europe, so everybody is, oh. You can't say, I am Ajo Nitya Saswatayam Purana, I am unborn, eternal, absolute. So I can go to Mexico right now. No, don't do that. Your body has no such sense of immortality. Your body shall die. You have to take care of the body. Are you getting that point, please? The whole world is struggling for water now, drinking water. 3% of entire water in this world is fresh water. 97% not drinkable because salt water, ocean. Out of the 3%, so many people have access to the water, so many people don't have access to the water. The resource is depleting. And they say by 2020, 2040, there will be another 2 billion people added. There shall be no water. You can't say, I am the absolute happiness. When I touch, water will gush. You have a fat hope. Understand clearly. Living shall be a struggle. To keep yourself alive, you have to struggle. That is why the unfortunate trend in the so-called wise man's life is you put up a fancy cloth, yellow, red, green, blue, some nonsense, then you say nothing matters, everything is fine. It is not fine. For you to say everything is fine, somebody has to literally work his back. Some people have to struggle to produce food. Some people must cook. Some people must earn. The whole infrastructure must be organized. For me to sit down and say, I don't do anything, only meditate. That is why don't be ridiculous. Living shall be a struggle. Life is a joy. I am absolutely happy with mine. That nobody takes away. Body is healthy, of course enjoy myself. The old age comes in, enjoy myself. Afford good food, fantastic. No food, so what? You are no more selective about it. Ask yourself the question. That is why it is so very important. If you misunderstand, you are destroyed. That is why Kathopanishad we saw Krishna, Yamaraj so nicely saying, Kshurasya dhara nishita duratyaya durgama patastat kavayo vadanti. Kavayaha krantadarshina, those who see this reality, in Achiketas they say, this is durgama patastat kavayo vadanti. This path is as sharp as a razor's edge. You make a little mistake, you will cut. Misunderstanding is, since I am happy with myself, I need not do anything. Yes, you need not do anything for your happiness, but you have to do everything to keep yourself alive. So this is ultimate human destiny, ultimate human goal. Everybody must be aware of himself. And until you reach it, you cannot keep quiet. And therefore, everybody is struggling, and certain direction is given to us. When you are growing up as children, certain direction is given to us. There is a map. In our generation, get educated, get money, get this, get job, get married. So each one of us struggling to reach milepost, 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 milepost. As long as you are struggling to reach the milepost, there is some enthusiasm. Once you reach the milepost, emptiness. I reached, what happened? Nothing. That is where brings you the awareness of the emptiness in life, that what you are looking for doesn't exist here. It happened to Arjuna in the battlefield. Are you getting that point, please? Each one, you must see that. When it happens to you, situations will vary from people to people. Has it happened to you? Ask not only when I ask is, has it happened to you? Are you really interested in understanding about yourself? Or because nothing else to do, everybody doing something, I must also do something. That variety. Why are you doing it? Nothing else to do, I am listening to some Vedanta these days. That's a marvelous waste of time. The person must see for himself. Are you really sure of yourself? What you are trying to do, what you want to do, what you are listening to these things, are you really interested in being yourself, doing yourself? Arjuna clearly now puts it up. Karpanya doshopahata svabhava pruchhami tva dharma sammudha cheta. O Lord, I am dharma sammudha chetas. I no more know what is right or wrong, whether to fight or not to fight, whether to win or not to win. If I win, I have to kill those fellows. If I don't fight, I will be killed. Definitely I can't say I like to be killed. What to do? If I do, this is Bhishama Sankata, this is the conflict. If I do, there is a problem. If I don't do, there is a problem. I have the job, tiring. I don't have the job, no food. What shall I do? These are known as the topical problem, understand? Relative problems of life. In that relative problem, when you discover the touch of absolute, so it is not what I am doing and not doing, I am the problem. Who is this I? That is where your solution starts coming up. But person doesn't know it. Why? Karpanya dosha apahata svabhava krupanasya bhava. Yova, yesterday I told you that example, the definition. Yova etad aksharam abhiditva asmat lokat praiti saiva krupana. One who lives this world without being aware of himself, such a person is known as the krupana, a miser. Because he had the blessings of a wonderful intellect, but he never made use of it. You don't call a poor man miser, because he doesn't have, therefore he cannot give. When a person has it and doesn't share it, you call him very tight, very possessive, very miserly. The person who doesn't have the intelligence and doesn't use it, what can you do? If the dogs are not looking for immortality, if the animals are not having a conference for happiness, with the comfort in the summer or the comfort in the winter, you don't blame them. If the human beings don't look for it, what do you say? Ayogyan, means stupid fellow. How can you live in this type of dirt? How can you live in this type of squalor, poverty, disease? Change yourself. Because human beings, you can change that intelligence. And when you are looking for happiness, you must look for the absolute happiness. Even that language is unknown to the world. That is the trouble. Even that language is unknown to the world. That I shall look for absolute happiness. How many cultures talk about absolute happiness here and now? Just think for yourself. How many cultures in the world talk about that you must be happy here and now? You shall be free here and now. Jivan mukti, living, liberated. How many? Are you getting that? How many cultures, how many people talk about these things? Even if in a culture it exists, how many people in that culture are aware of it? Just think. Not many people are aware of this concept. That is why the time has come, it must be literally in every billboard, in every announcement, in every advertisement, it must be given. What is something most important in life? An extension of mortality or immortality itself? When there was a time when everybody was struggling for food and for disease and to cure the disease, naturally you cannot talk about anything. But now the food is not a trouble. Plenty of food is available, and that brings another type of problem. There is no disease, there is health, there is another type of problem. Today's world, in today's world there is more emotional, more intellectual problem than before. Do you know why? Because more number of people are materially well up. As long as you are struggling for your sustenance, understand, as long as you are struggling for your food, for your survival, you are not going to think of romance. How that girl will be, or how that boy will be, how that my love life will be. Nonsense. When you are struggling to, are you getting that? When you are struggling to keep yourself alive, you are not going to dream of the divine beauties or handsome people. No, nonsense. That is why that problem was not there. You think, please see it for yourself. Our generation, people are going crazy. More emotional problem. So people who did not, suppose the last generation didn't have that type of emotional problem, not that they are wise people. Their time was directed to face the struggle of life. They have to keep, the more time was spent in organizing food. Today, if you see, go to any country, in America, one state, California, produces the food for the entire country. There is one rice bowl, one wheat bowl. Like in India, if you see that in Punjab produces so much of wheat for the entire country and also goes to outside also. Mechanized agriculture. So everybody doesn't have to struggle for his paddy. So now what do? You have nothing else to do. So the whole time goes for mischief. Please understand. So emotional problems have become much more exaggerated, much more important for this generation now. That is why so much of fight, so much of divorce, so much of love, so much of hatred, so much of murder, so much of killing, so much of crime. People didn't have the time to think of crime, which they are struggling. No, please see. Arjuna's life, it has happened. He has everything, but then so far, none of these things had really mattered to him. Now he has come across a situation. If he fight, it is wrong. If he doesn't fight, it is wrong. What shall I do? He says, I don't know, Lord. So now, who is confused? I am confused. So I want to know myself. Now, please see, I am confused. I don't know whether to fight or not to fight. I must know about myself. Listen, what the average person will think? Can you solve that battle problem? Think. Can you solve my battle problem? Okay, I'll make them, the Kauravas disappear, the kingdom is yours. Now the person says, even if I get this whole kingdom also, it's not going to make me happy. What do you do for that? Even if I get the whole kingdom, it is not going to make me happy. Abhapya bhumau asapatnam ruddham samrajyam suranam api adhipatyam. Even if I get abhapya bhumau in this world, abhapya asapatnam ruddham samrajyam. Even if I get an empire, samrajya means empire. Even if I get an empire, which is ruddham, prosperous kingdom, also unrivaled, asapatnam, that is the ultimate in pleasure, ultimate ownership. You are an emperor, unrivaled and prosperous. What more you want? You have all the world at your disposal and there is no competitor for you. I am the monarch of all I survey. Do what you like. But what he says? Still, I don't think. Why? One day it will come to an end. Like Nachiketas. Are you getting that? Seeing the similarity to the story. What Nachiketas, what Yamara has told? Swayam jajiva saradayavadichasi. Hey Nachiketas, live as long as you like. Ima Rama Saratha Saturya Tavi Mat Prattavi Paricharayasva Yavi Mat Prattavi Paricharayasva. All these divine damsels, all these chariots, all these pleasures, ye kama durlabha martya loke, the desires that are not available in the human world, take it all. Enjoy. How long? Yavadichasi. Live as long as you like. But this fellow was so discriminative. What did he say? Api sarvam jivitam alpameva. Oh Lord, you are giving me all these things. Even the longest life is not even a speck in the eternal time. One day it will end. And also, bhogaha jarayanti tejaha. How long this body can enjoy it? It will grow old every moment. Wait. So Arjuna has gone into that mode now. I want a kingdom. See, this is you become a mumukshu. The prince now is a mumukshu. First there was a conflict between the person and the professional. The person and the prince. As a student of my teacher, grandson of the grandfather, I don't want to be the prince. I don't want to fight the battle. I'm not interested. Now he says, even as a prince also, I don't want this kingdom. Why? Even if I get it, bhumau asapatnam ruddham samrajyam, suranam api adhipatyam, and the sovereignty of the gods in the hereafter. The ultimate in possession. If all these things I got, oh Lord, nahi prapasyami indriyanam yat sokam yat uchosham nahi prapasyami apanudyat. Uchoshanam na apanudyat. The pain that my sense organs are going through, the emptiness that my mind is going through, I don't think it can ever be taken away. This is the crisis of the modern man. Hunger is no more a problem. Emotional relationship is a big problem. Emotion is a big problem. When do you see your sense organs are driving you crazy? Your mind is driving you crazy. Your thoughts are driving you crazy. Indriyanam yat sokam yat uchoshanam. The grief of the mind and the pool of the senses. I don't think it will go away even if I get a kingdom in this world. Think, have you not seen? Please This is where our generation, we should understand much more. When you have food at your disposal, security at your disposal, what drives you crazy? One man, one woman. No companionship, isolate, lonely. Nobody talks about it. Please understand, the time has come, you must talk about it. Because quietly suffering doesn't solve the problem. Your mind is driving you crazy. Physically you are... No. Please appreciate. Indriyanam yat sokam yat uchchosham. Language, absolute human language. The mind drives you crazy. You are missing something or somebody. And therefore, your indriyas are going restless. Sense organs are driving you crazy. Think of it. Just think. It can be desire for a sound or a touch or a taste or a smell or a sight independently, or it can be desire for a food or a human relationship, ultimate sexuality. One thought. Oof. Just please see. As long as you are struggling for your existence, please understand, go to a tribal area. Please go to a tribal area. Go to a poverty-stricken slum. Go to poor localities where there is drought, where there is a shortage of food. What will be their struggle? They will kill each other for a handful of rice. They will kill each other for a piece of bread. They are not thinking in terms of who is Miss Universe amongst us, who is Mr. Universe, who is looking at whom. That thing doesn't exist in that horizon. Why? Survival. It just doesn't exist in their mind. When do you think of human relationship? Only when your stomach is full, you go below the stomach. Understand? Only when your stomach is full, it's not a joke. Only when your stomach is full, when you are alive, you would like to procreate. If you are dying, are you ready to procreate? Anybody? You are dying. You are starving, you are dying. And somebody say, please procreate produce some baby. Get lost. Why get lost? Go. That is why again and again I told you, sex is not something physical. It is mind. Drives you crazy, therefore body drives you crazy. If you don't have that thought in your head, your body cannot respond. And don't say, I don't have a thought. It may have a thought. If you handle it there itself, your body you can handle. Then choice is yours. Never create a crisis out of anything in life. But it will be a natural crisis for most of the people. Because the moment the stomach is full, the physical body is taken care, emotions automatically come up. Modern man's conflict doesn't come out of lack of food. Not because of the poverty, but because of loneliness. The richer you are, your problem is of loneliness, not of poverty. Are you getting that point, please? So, now, in case of Arjuna's case, what happened? Now he doesn't want to fight the other things. He has got plenty. He has a prince, he is married, he has all the securities of his life. There is nothing to worry about it. But now he says, I don't want to fight this battle. I don't want this kingdom. Can you, God, do one thing for me? Yat sreyasyat nishchitam bruhi tanme. Please tell me one thing. This is the ultimate language. Underline that last line of the verse number 6. Yat sreyasyat nishchitam bruhi tanme. Please tell me for sure that which is sreyas. Sreyas means absolute good. We saw that word in Kathopanishad. Sreyascha preyascha manushyametah. Tau samparitya vivinakti dhira. There are two things in life. Sreyas, preyas. Preyas means which is relative good. Preyas is relative good. Sreyas is absolute good. Preyas means popular things, which is like, which has its limitation. Please understand. The so-called pleasures of the world has their limitation in the world. If you get something, you shall lose something. That is the preyas. Preyas means in the relative gain there shall be loss. If you have the money, you have no time to enjoy. You have all the time, no money to enjoy. What do I do? Because if I have to be busy making money, there is no time for a holiday. What shall I do? I have all the time for holiday, no money. You gain something, you lose something. Think of it. If I have a job, no time for holiday. All the time, because I have no job, no time. I mean, because I have no job, all the time, but no resources. Okay. If I am married, if I am involved, I have a company. But when I want to be alone, I cannot. And when I am in isolation, it lacks one thing, company. When you are alone, you look for a company. Because when you are alone, there is a second person doesn't exist. When I am in company, I don't know how to get out of it. What shall I do? You gain something, you lose something. When I had no job, no people, no nothing, I had all the time in the world. Now when I have everything, I'm so lost in this world, completely lost in the world. I don't know what to do. Think of it. Now he says, God, can you do one thing for me? Yat Sreya, let me get something. I'll be happy. Understand? I'll be happy which is not subject to loss. Usually in the world what will happen is, when I get something, it begins, then it comes to an end. Yat krutyam tat nasyam. Anything that begins comes to an end. If I get the kingdom, responsibility comes with it. If I don't get the kingdom, no pleasure. You understand? Everything is like that. It's a package. If I get the kingdom, responsibility comes with it. That is why people want what? They want the pleasures of the kingdom, but not the responsibility that comes with it. That is where you become a smart fellow. I want the kingdom, but I don't want the responsibility. You want all the comforts in the world, but you don't want to take the responsibility of anything. How unfortunate. That is where you become a parasite. I want all the food, but not work. But if you don't work, how do you produce the food? Are you getting that point? Very, very clear. So only now he says, give me something where I shall be happy without being unhappy even for a moment. In relative happiness, unhappiness comes along with it. In relative comfort, discomfort comes with it. Understand? In relative comfort, discomforts comes in the package. Why? That it begins, in that there is a seed of end. It begins, it will end, don't worry. Oh, this sound is so beautiful. It will come to an end or your ear will be finished. Or the touch is so nice, either the object will disappear or your skin will be old or none, it won't be available. The food is so nice, you can't eat it all the time. Food will not be available, your tongue is finished. Lovely fragrance, either the fragrance is not there or your nose is not okay. You will have a problem. So can I have something? Just see that man who is driving over the trees. What people? There are plants there. Okay, don't worry. See? So you can't plant a tree without somebody going over it. You can't. What to do? I say, oh, it's a headache to plant this tree. All right, don't plant the tree, it's so hot. Plant the tree, who is going over it? Who is watering? Who is not watering? This is the relative problems of the world. The darkness, the light and shadow. Now he says, God, can you give me something? Yes, yes, absolute good. No relative loss. I am happy without being unhappy forever. Immortal without dying even for a moment. Not opposed to this and that, but the absolute. Like when I am trying to please my mother as a son, I am displeasing my wife as a husband. Headache. Shall I be a husband or shall I be a son? If I I'm pleasing my mother, I am pleasing myself as a daughter. But if I please my husband, I displease my mother. So shall I be a wife or shall I be a daughter? As long as you are playing the roles, these relative things will be there. When you are yourself, you'll be happy to play the role of a mother, happy to play the role of a daughter, happy to play the role of a son, happy to play the role of anybody. Why? Because absolute. That is the absolute. Shreyas. So pain and pleasure makes no difference because those things begin and end. Sensation begins, sensation ends. If you hold on to sensation as absolute, you shall be miserable. How many people you like to listen to this statement, tell me? Because that will take away the pleasure out of their pleasure. If you tell the world, these are all sensations, it's not in a cynical way, it's not a negative way. That is what it is. A sound gives you a sensation, touch gives you a sensation, taste gives you a sensation. They do. Comfortable sensation, don't equate with happiness. What I am telling is, don't say that not to have that comfortable sensation, but don't equate with the happiness, then you will be miserable. Not that the money will not give you security, that will give you security, but don't think it's absolute security. That is not there. And that is what Arjuna is asking. What is that absolute security? Yes, Shreyasya, that which is the best. Gaining which, I don't lose something. If you are married, you lose the freedom of the bachelor. If you are a bachelor, you don't have the comfort of the marriage life. If I am single, I don't have a companion. When I have the companion, I don't have the comforts of the single life. Now what do I do? Which one you want? Headache. Are you getting that? So both. If I eat, there is a problem. If I don't eat, there is a problem. If I rich, there is a problem. And not poor also, there is a problem. If I have, there is a problem. Don't have, there is a problem. This is what drives you crazy. So he says, what? Yes, Shreyasyat, O Lord, please give me that which is the Shreyas, the absolute good. Nishchitam Rohitam, tell me for sure. So that there is no sense of loss at any time. Why shall I tell you this? Now he remembers the tradition. That this is the tradition of a guru, shishya. So he says, Shishyasteham, I am your disciple. Sadhimam, please teach me. Tva prapannam, I surrender unto you. For what? absolute knowledge. Did he say, please touch your conch on my bottom or top so that I feel electric passing through my head? Did he ask for that? Nor Krishna touched it. Did he? Understand the teaching. What Arjuna asked, give me the absolute. Nothing less, nothing more. So that type of student, that type of teacher. So when you are, so when you want shortcut, there will be an idiot to provide you a shortcut. They very nicely they say. As they say, you deserve what you get what you deserve. Because if you think shortcut things, of course you will have shortcuts around. Everybody will promise you shortcut. दुनिया में बेवकूफ है तो अकलमंद भूखा नहीं मरता. They say in Hindi. If there are idiots in the world, the smart fellows will never starve. Because according to supply, according to the demand, the supply will come. If everybody demands Kilimuku mango, then that mango comes in the street. If you want fake Rolexes, markets are there, fake Rolexes. You want fake things? There is a market for fake things. There is a totally grey market, they call it. No, there is a total grey market. But you want all fake things? It's all available there. Same thing also knowledge. You want fake? Grey market is around. Huge grey market. What will they say? Hold your nose, stand on your tail, drink this, do this, hug me, touch me, do this, do that. Can I get liberation without doing anything? Oh yes. Come, sit down here, be peaceful. Now think of one red light. Wherever you go, you think of a red light between your eyebrows. Wherever you go. So this fellow is now busy looking at red light between the eyebrows. He forget what is the traffic light also. No, if you want shortcut, please understand. This is thinking. Shreyas. God, please give me that which is the best. After gaining which, I will not look for this or that. Happy with myself. Why? Indriyanam yat sosam yat chosham shokam, that grief, that emptiness that this mind is going through. Suranam adipati. Even if I get the powers of the gods on this earth, I don't think this emptiness will go away. Can you take away that emptiness? So that ultimately a person can play the role. I don't know whether I shall be a student of my teacher, the grandson of my grandfather, or I want to be the prince. If I become prince, I have to kill them. If I am them, I am not doing the duty of a prince. What shall I do? This is the identity crisis. If I do this problem, I don't do this problem. What shall I do? Know about yourself. Why should I know about myself? Because all that you are looking for, what you call happiness in life, is your nature. So when you are looking for yourself, you are really looking for happiness. When you are looking for happiness, you are looking for yourself. That is why both languages must be clearly understood. So Sishyasteham, I am your disciple, I am your student, please teach me. Iti, having told this, so having told this, now Sanjay reports, we shall see that in the afternoon. It says, Sanjay uvache evam uktva rishikesham budakesha parantapa nayotsya iti govindam uktva tushnim babhuvaha. So we shall see in the afternoon. He says, O Lord, Eva Muktva, having thus told, Arjuna Sanjay reports, he having told the God, by Krishna, Govindam having told him, what he says, Nayotsye, I am not fighting. Chupchap tushnim babhuva, sat down. Are you getting that? Now he is final. I am not fighting this battle. Nayotsye. Then tushnim babhuva, chupchap wait. Get up and fight. I would say, I'm not going to fight. It's a heavy conflict in life. Come on, go and take up your job, get married, live your life. Enough. I would say, that is where people need pep talk. Huh? Get up, go, do this. No, 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 no. What? If you have really seen it, he said, until I solve my problem, na yotse, I'm not fighting. We shall see in the afternoon. That language, na yotse, I'm not fighting. Fighting means for him it is fighting. For you, not marrying, not taking up a job, I'm not going to anywhere, I'm not being this religious, I'm not doing any. Now you say that karma, I am not going to do anything. Why? No karma, no action can make me up in life. That is why jnana will begin. We shall say in the next para. Okay? We shall see it in the afternoon. Now you say, that's a language. I don't want to do anything. So therefore there is no question of a teacher engaging yourself in another action. Knowledge, that is where jnana karma comes. He says, I am not going to fight. Get up, hold your nose. I am not doing anything. What is the question of holding the nose? Go sit down under a tree. That is not going to solve my problem. I have sat enough. Go and read the book. Done it. Get some money. Got it. Catch hold of some boy or a girl. Had enough. Go eat some food. Plenty. I'm now yotse. When the student is tired of life, what are you engaging him in other stupid actions? Take him to knowledge. That is why when the student is tired, the false teachers will make them more interested in activity. Why? So that he gets the benefit out of it. What a headache. Let the person know the truth. We shall see in the afternoon. Please close your eyes.